Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I want to go over how the market wrecked me Wednesday trading session, London trading session. So I'll go ahead and go over it, and it's only with GU, right? When price moves in consolidation on GBP USD, it tends to give me like a fault, like it's giving me price manipulation. That's basically it. But I want to go over how and what my thought process was to losing this trade. So let's see. We were. Let's see, when was Wednesday? The 21st. Okay. Okay, yeah, so I actually took a trade right here, pre-London, not pre-London, but on Tuesday morning, around 11 a.m. I took it for, I want to say, 102, and price immediately smacked TP. That was a great trade. But coming into Wednesday night, right? Let's see. Six a.m. So on the 4 hour, we see this bearish candle to the downside, and this bearish candle has strong volume. Let me fix this real quick. Okay. So on this bearish candle, we had strong volume in the market, as you can see, very high volume. So I do want to see this high get taken out. And on the 1 hour, we get a break of structure to the upside, right? And so I want to mark up my zone, which is also a valid for the 4 hour time frame. So mark up my zone, right? And this is where I want to see price react from to break this current previous high. So I see that we do have a high volume candle right here. So what I want to see is price actually take that out, because we are approaching kind of market close right here. So we're at market close right now. That this level got swept. So what I want to see is price go bullish from here and continue up to the upside, right? So I get in. Let me see when I got in. Nope. London around 12. So I get in around this area, right? And I see bullishness from this area and this area, rejecting this support zone. So I get in, right? Stop loss right below this low right here. And I'm aiming for a 1 to, I think it was, yeah, it was a 1 to 2. It was a 1 to 2. It was actually, yeah, I got in lower. I got in right here. So I get in for a London session. I have my price entry at this level and my stop loss at this current low right here. So we're in this trade, and we almost get tapped out, right? Stop loss. So we're still rejecting this zone, this 4 hour support zone, right? So it's already, when I wake up at 11, price is right here, and I want to see it continue given this bullish momentum, right? But what price does is it kind of consolidates in the area still. And so let me see. Yeah, so it's consolidating, right? And so after this candle right here, it did push down, right down here. And so I actually got out of this trade. The reason being is because we had so many rejections off the zone that I wanted to see price possibly take this low and this low out to push higher. So I took out at a half R, right? So I'm down 0.5% or whatever I risked, and I actually get in for a sell, right? I get in for a sell, stop loss at these highs, and it's 1 p.m., right? And I aim for a 2R, yeah. So I aim for a 2R. So what I want to see is price come down and hit my TP after rejecting off the zone. So I changed my bias, and this was my mistake because I changed my bias, and not just changed my bias, but I actually doubled down on this position, which is against my trading rules, right? Because we're not with the trend, we're trading against the trend, and I doubled down. Also, price action didn't hit my stop loss, and whenever I trade, I like to either hold my trade to TP or hold it to stop loss. It doesn't matter where price is fluctuating within that area of stop loss. As long as it doesn't get hit, then it's valid. So that was my mistake, that I shouldn't have got in on the sell, but I did. So we get in on the sell, right? And we're consolidating a bit. And around 9 p.m. we get stopped out, right? I doubled down, so I'm down 2% on this trade, or 2% of risk on this trade, right? So after that first one, I marked off for 0.5%. This one I'm down 2% now. So now I'm down 2.5% of what I risked on this trade, single trade, right? So I see price going up, and we have this resistance area, like I said. So it's coming into London session again, and I do decide to get in right here, stop at this low, or I want to say it's right here. I just aim for 1.5 because overall I noticed that I shouldn't have changed my bias, right? I should have kept my bias at this bullish momentum with price, because like I said, price didn't hit my stop loss. It didn't hit my stop loss, and I went against my trade and lost an extra 2% because I doubled down, right? And overall, I shouldn't have lost anything. Technically, I shouldn't have lost anything if I held this trade. So I'll just hold that right there. But we get this support zone now. What I wanted to see is price come back into it and continue, because we're very bullish, and I do want to see this high get taken out. So we get tapped in, and we immediately push up, right? Push up to TP for 1.5. But overall, that's still a whole percent I'm down, right? I was down. And I feel like this trade, it messed with my psychology a bit, and it wasn't a good week for me because I went against my rules, right? The reason being is, let me see, I did have a double down position on the buy side area. Yeah, so I was double down on this position. So what that means is basically whatever you're risking, you times 2. So if I'm risking $100, I'm taking 200 at risk on this. 500, I'm taking 1,000 risk on this one. But overall, I was down 2.5% when price was out at this zone, right? So if I would have just kept my bias to the upside with the trend, I did double down on this trade, so I would have actually been up 4%, but instead I was negative 1% on this trade because I broke my rules and I went against my trade, and I was just having bad psychology. And I think I did have a bit of FOMO, which I shouldn't have, and it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it because it caused me an extra 2.5% on this trade. Not even that. If I double down, 2 times 2 is 4, and then I was down. I was supposed to be up 4%, but I was down -1 off this trade. So it cost me 5% because I switched my position to the south side and doubled down at the same time. So it kind of got to me because I doubled down. I didn't have a good mindset on my bias of direction, and I wasn't patient. That price was fluctuating and consolidating within the area. So it kind of just tested me on a Wednesday night going into Thursday with GBP USD. But yeah, I wasn't happy with this trade. I felt like it was so irrelevant to change my bias. Like you said, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now but reflect off of it. And I wanted to show you guys how things are in the market realistically. It's not always like this, but I believe that because I doubled down on this trade, I was more emotionally attached to it, which caused me to lose, more gains than what I should have. I shouldn't have even lost any gains if I kept this trade, right? Shouldn't have lost any. I would have been up 4%, fine, but overall I'm down 1% off this single trade. With multiple buys, positions, right? Taking trades I shouldn't have taken, honestly. But it happens, and I just want to come on here and let y'all know, the bad side too, right? So it's not always going to be good, depending how you handle it. It can always be good, but depending how you handle it, there's bad sides to it if you don't handle it the correct or right way. I didn't handle it correct, which I'm down 1% overall, but I should have been up 4% off this trade, which is a big difference. So -1 to 4% is 5 overall, 5%. So like I said, if I risked $100, that 5% difference would be that 100 times 5, right? So I wouldn't even say percent risk. I would say amount risk, right? So if I risked 100, I should have been up 5 times what I risked. So I'd be up $500. But instead, that's not the case. I'm down 1%. Same thing. If I was risking $500, 500 times 5 is $2,500. I should have been up. But no, now I'm down 500, right? So it just goes to show, like you have to stick to your bias, be patient with the market, and don't let price get to you. Just let it flow. You had your bias. If you lose, that's fine. That's 1% down. If I would have lost this trade, that would have been a valid loss for me. I'm okay with that. But I'm not okay with switching my biases and change the direction on this trade, because I would have made way more money than I did make. Like I said, I made 5 times. If I would have held this, I would have made 5 times amount of what I risked than what I'm currently at right now, right? So that just gives me, it just validates that, you need to hold your bias in the direction of trend, and trust your process. There's no reason why you should switch it up based on market manipulation. But stick to your bias and you'll be straight. But I just want to come on here and show you guys this trade. It was actually a great trade, but the way I handled it, it wasn't very great. It wasn't great at all. But we got, like I said, I showed you my previous buy, which hit TP for 102, which was awesome. But overall, that's cool and all, but this is what I want to be focusing on. I want to be focusing on positions like this that get to me, and I want to be focusing on how to handle that. I want to be focusing on how I can handle that, so I can make as much profit as I can and maximize my gains, right? So it's just a little market recap for you guys, but that's it for the video, right? I just wanted to give you guys a little market recap. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, comment anything in the comment section. Feel free to give me tips. Let me know what you think, and let me know if this ever happened to you. Right? If you relate to this video, go ahead and drop in the comment section, leave a comment, and we'll be coming out with more content like this. Right? But overall, we just move on to the next trade, and then continue to be consistent. Right? Continue to be consistent and move on to the next trade and maximize your profits. But other than that, like I said, go ahead and leave a like and comment and subscribe to this video. Send this video to a friend that needs help with trading or wants to hear advice from a trader, psychology wise, and how the real market will humble you, right? So this humbled me. It showed me to stay focused, right? Don't let manipulation come to you. Avoid it. Stick to your bias, and you'll make your gains. But other than that, that's it for the video. Later, guys.